Hello and welcome back to FPS Creator Classics, where we take a look at interesting and original games developed in FPS Creator. Now, anyone that's ever used FPSC will know that most of the models and media that come with the package fall into two broad categories, sci-fi and World War II. And in this series we've played a lot of sci-fi games, we've played some zombie games, some modern games, puzzle games, even non-shooter games, but we've yet to actually play very many World War II games. This is Operation Ubersoldat, or it's otherwise known as Operation Wolfsburg, so it is actually available to buy on GamersGate, but why would you need to? £7.95 down the drain as far as I'm concerned, because you can get it for free here. If you literally just use Operation Ubersoldat, there is a free download to it on a lot of different websites. Now, it is packaged with a third-party website called GameHitZone.com, and if you can hear a bit of clicking in the background, it's because GameHitZone has made an installer for this game, and when you install the game, it does feel a little bit sketchy because you've got the adverts on the side, and it doesn't just install the game, it installs a couple of shortcuts to their website and to play other games. But if you just delete those, you're pretty good to go, so it's not like a major thing. So I'm just going to close the installer down. Yes, I already have the game installed. Oh, and this is also another thing that it does. When you close the game, it will come up with a page, GameHitZone.com, which is pretty annoying. Also, something else to mention about the installation, I can't show it here because the game's already installed, but at the end, it will actually ask you if you want to change your homepage to GameHitZone.com, and it's a pre-ticked box, so you have to untick that. Just make sure you do that. Otherwise, yeah, your homepage will be set to this random website, which is not secure. So I wouldn't recommend sort of going and doing that. So just to give you a little bit of backstory, and I have had to clean this up because the developer is German, so English is not his first language. So I've just corrected a little bit of the grammar on this. But so just to give you a bit of flavour about what we're doing here. Egypt, 1939. Fritz Braun, leader of a German special research unit, discovers on one of his excavations a mysterious material from which, according to legend, an incredible amount of energy can be extracted. Immediately, the mysterious material is transported to Germany, where its potential as a weapon is tested in secret underground laboratories. Even though the research is kept secret, the Americans learn of the German plans and send their best Secret Service agent, Mike Baker, to Germany with the order to obtain information, to capture Fritz Braun, and to destroy the experimental labs. In the middle of the raging war, Mike Baker has to search for hints for the secret location of the testing labs. Finally, he receives information which leads him to a mysterious castle in South Germany, the Wolfsburg. On arrival, he discovers the Germans have lost control of their experiments, which threatens disaster. Will Mike Baker succeed in destroying the underground experimental labs together with their terrible, monstrous inventions? Okay, so let's get into the game. Just a quick note, even though there was that annoying installation process, it still has a setup INI, and you can still open it and put in your screen resolution. And yeah, that will just bring it up to a slightly better quality, but obviously just bear in mind we are still dealing with FPSC here. Oh, and of course it opens with this sort of launcher thing, which is kind of annoying. You can change some game settings here. I'm going to put on post-processing because, yeah, sure, why not? I don't actually think it makes a difference, but we'll see. And then I'm just going to start it in full screen mode. Okay, and the music is pretty loud in my ears. I'm going to turn that down in the edit. But at least they've got a custom menu screen and some custom music. Okay, so here we are, and of course because we've changed the resolution, the HUD no longer works, all the numbers are out of kilter, so that's a little bit annoying. It's going to be difficult for me to tell what my ammo count is here, but never mind. Seem to be in some sort of wilderness environment. FPSC was never particularly good at outdoor environments, so it'll be interesting to see how much of this level contains kind of nature bits like this. The light over there. Oh, hello. There's a guy coming towards me. Okay, there's no iron sights. I can hear planes, but I can't see planes. But that's okay. Nice use of sound effects there. So, this is obviously from a version of FPSC before they added hands to some of these guns. When FPSC shipped, they didn't have any hands on the weapons. So you can see that we literally just have a gun floating in space with no hands holding it. But yeah, that's just how version 1 shipped. Not sure exactly when the hands came in, but it was quite a number of years later. Some nice German cars here, if very small. I've got a feeling there were some World War II model packs made for FPSC, but there weren't that many. FPSC came out in 2005, right at the sort of zenith of the World War II shooter. Games like Call of Duty 2 and Medal of Honor were really kind of popular at that time, but almost immediately, really, they started to kind of dry up and be less popular. And once Modern Warfare came out, the emphasis was very much on the modern military shooter, and so the World War II shooter kind of fell out of favour for a bit, and that's probably why you find it quite difficult to find World War II shooter games made in FPSC, because I guess they just lost their popularity as a genre for a little bit. There's an awful lot of these cars. Oh my god. I'm being flanked. Don't know if any of these buildings are accessible. Don't think so. So far we've got two weapons. We've got the trusty M1911 and we've got the MP40, if I remember my World War II weapons correctly. Wow, and we are being stared down by a pretty imposing tank here, although the textures on it are not great. That's very low res. Bit of a shame. So far, pretty basic stuff. Nothing particularly exceptional about it, although I wouldn't say it was awful. There is still, you know, an attempt to make it look like a World War II period piece. Okay, this is a bit weird with the kind of... Oh, and the ambient noise has just stopped. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem with FPSC. Oh, and we've... Yeah, okay, so as soon as I start saying it's not too bad, we start getting little errors like this, where the way doorways are made is you'd have basically a mesh made in a few different parts. So you'd have a door frame mesh, you'd have an animated door mesh, that would be the bit that would slide up, and then you'd have a kind of an invisible piece called a CSG mesh that would cut through the geometry to create your doorway. And yeah, it would leave behind a little marker like that, unfortunately. It's a bit of geometry that was cut through. Never mind. Let's carry on. We're heading down into some sort of bunker. I'm assuming this could be one of these underground laboratories that were talked about. A lot of dynamic boxes here. That's sometimes a clue that there's something back here, because dynamic objects were kind of a bit wasteful in terms of memory usage, so we used to be advised not to use them very much, because FPSC has to calculate the physics on each box. There's nothing back here, is there? Okay, that was pointless. Okay, well, anyway. So yeah, you can save a bit of resource by not having to calculate the physics on each box if you just make them static. And I can't really see why they would need to be dynamic, but every single one of them is for some reason. And there are advantages as well to having them as static. They actually get included in the light mapping as well. Whereas dynamic ones, of course, as we know from other games, don't. Okay. I don't fully understand what's happened here because we were in a bunker and now we are completely outside. So I don't know, did we... Okay, I'm not going to question it. So the sort of sandbag assets and the tank barrier things, they all came with FPSC. I'm not sure about the sort of traffic, yeah, these barriers here and this little hut thing. Ah, we have a rifle. And there is also a strangely rotating, flashing bit of ammunition down there for our rifle. Does this mean we're going to get to do some sniping? Always found FPSC had a very sort of weird selection of World War II weapons that came with it. I think they did add some in a model pack later on. I think it was, yeah, model pack 50. Oh my god, what happened there? Was that a sniper? Did I just get sniped? And I'm stuck on a bit of geometry. That's annoying. Yeah, so you can start to see how someone who's not really aware of Game Guru's foibles could start to be a little bit... Not Game Guru, sorry, FPSC. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm definitely being sniped from somewhere, and the fog is so thick that I cannot actually tell where. Please don't make me replay this game again. I mean, it's okay, but it's not that great. I wouldn't want to have to... Let's see if I can see someone. There's not much I can really do, is there? Aha! The old ambience trick still works. It's not going to help me this time. I just thought maybe if I upped the ambience a little bit, I'd be able to see them a bit better. It's actually a bit of a travesty that that was allowed to be a thing. So hang on, if he shoots me once or twice, I'm dead. Can't see any muzzle flashes. The fog is just too thick. I think I'm gonna die. Okay, well there you go. I'm dead. I honestly don't know how I'm going to get past that.
Soon after.
I literally cannot see them. Ah, hang on. What's that? Okay, that got rid of one of them. So peek, as is so often the case in an FPSC game, is the answer. But I don't seem to be able to... Yeah, okay, well, at least I can get a little bit closer. Maybe it was just that one sniper. Maybe there isn't another one up there. Can I get in? Yes. Right, let's go and see if there's anyone else up here. There 100% is, because I just heard them reload. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I didn't. Maybe I... Cool. Okay, well, that was, yeah. Well, we learned something about that game. You need to peek. And And also they will spawn enemies behind you, which I think is always a bit of a cheap trick. Oh god, there's another one. At least they're pretty easy to get rid of. So, what do we think so far? I mean, I think it's okay. It's a little bit bare. I think there could be more in terms of the sound design. It doesn't really feel like a war zone, although I guess if it's in South Germany then maybe it wouldn't be too far from the front. Where did you go? You just disappeared. Okay, so yeah, enemies kind of clipping through walls. It's all pretty standard FPSC stuff. Light mapping probably could be a little bit better. Could be quite improved actually by just lowering the ambience a little bit. Oh, and there's a dude that spawned in behind me, as is so often the case. The enemies are not providing much of a challenge apart from that sniper, and that was only because I couldn't see him. The scale on this plane is well off. I don't know if anybody knows their World War II history very much, but yeah, I mean, that's tiny. That's like a model of what that plane should look like. Anyway, and the textures are quite low res, but it is still nice to see a World War II game, and I'm kind of interested to see where it goes with regards to us kind of making our way down into this lab, wherever that is. They will not stop spawning in enemies behind me. See? I mean, the door was closed behind me, and how did he get in? Anyway. It'd be good if these barrels are explodable, but they're not. So anyway, this is a airfield then. It didn't really look like that, but looks like it is. More dynamic objects that don't really need to be dynamic. I'm quite glad for that health. Okay, so on to level 3. I think I will save for each new level because I'm just not sure what we're going to face. And I also don't trust this being an FPSC game not to crash. So let's save slot 2. Okay, so again we've been sort of teleported to this completely new location. We opened the door and there were some tanks, and now here we are. Yeah, and I've got no idea where we are. Oh, for God's sake, what's going on here? I've got no ammo for my main gun. He seems to be moving very slowly. I don't know if you saw that, but the animation just seemed to be slowed down quite a lot. So we have a broken down tank here. This is obviously meant to represent war. But yeah, it's all very much laid out on FPSC's kind of grid pattern. I mean, outdoor environments were tough in FPSC. You couldn't really do a great deal, but maybe with custom segments you could probably have done more to just make the terrain look a little bit more, well, like terrain, and not just like green and grey carpet. For some reason, all the enemies in this level are kind of, I don't know, just moving more slowly. Look at that! Did you catch that in the corner of the screen? The way that enemy just literally sprung out of the ground. Honestly. It's like he was hiding in the ground the whole time. Well, we very nearly got sniped there, but fortunately FPSC characters can't aim down. They can only shoot level, I think. That's how it feels like, anyway. can hear someone patrolling. He even fell back more slowly than normal. Oh my god, what was that? Is someone using a bazooka? No, it's a grenade. Okay. Well, I guess, yeah, let's have the full gamut of FPSC's stock World War II weapons. I'd never finished my tangent. I always found it weird what weapons you had in World War II FPSC games. So you had the kind of 1911. This is a French rifle, I think called a Mass 40. And it was the only rifle you had in FPSC. You didn't have a Lee Enfield, you didn't have an M1 Garand, you didn't have a Car 98 or anything like that. You had this random French weapon. Okay, fair enough. Wow, that blew him away completely. I want to hold on to that sniper rifle because I just feel like it could come in handy when we come up against some of the more powerful enemies, because it does do a lot of damage. Okay, that was some sort of lift, I guess. I guess we're going underground now. You would think, although who knows with this game? Maybe we'll just teleport somewhere else. No, we are underground. So time to save. I really don't like that I haven't been able to find any ammo for this pistol. And in this level we have music. Well, yeah, sort of. Sort of ambient drone. I just wonder if this is all supposed to be a little bit darker. A bit more mysterious. Okay, looking for a key. So far, all pretty standard gameplay mechanics, just kind of go here, kill the enemy, find the key. We've yet to have a box stacking thing, which is really surprising because we've had tons of dynamic boxes, but no reason to stack them. Okay, we have a nurse. Is she going to try and kill me, or is she going to... Surely not. Surely she's just a nice German nurse. Yep, okay. She doesn't seem too threatening to me. I'm going to leave her alive. We have a key. I mean, the decor down here could probably use some work. I mean, obviously it's a bunker, so it's going to look a little bit grim, but there's just not much decoration. Like, you've got all these shelving units and there's nothing being stored on any of them. And I mean, okay, so you've got a couple of bunk beds and some lockers, which I get, but there would be other personal effects that would be sort of scattered around. I mean, the soldiers would have put up posters, or they would have, I don't know, had like a sleeper trunk or some sort of... Yeah, there would have been other stuff around. It just helps flesh the world out a little bit more. Always feel the need to check behind me. Ah, didn't see you. You know, I lost a lot of health in that little engagement. I think I'm down to 33 health. It's difficult to tell because the HUD's not aligned properly anymore, but... Come on. What? Thought my rifle would have done the trick there, but obviously not. Maybe it was not a clean hit. Not that that should matter for FPSC. Its hit detection was not advanced. This may even date from a time before FPSC had headshots, which I think did come in later. Once again, spawning enemies in behind me, which, yeah, really starting to annoy me, that. And we have a mad scientist. Well, I mean, I'm making an assumption there. Maybe he's not mad. Maybe he's... Where's he gone? Or maybe he ran away. No, he's just wandering. He's not bothered. Oh, okay. The ambience has stopped again. Uh-huh. Yes, okay, yeah, alright, let me get out of here. Thank you. So presumably one of these scientists is Fritz Braun, I guess, the leader of the research team. I don't know which one he is. It's very loud down here. There's a lot of, like, generators and things. I'm going to have to turn this down a lot in the edit because it's very difficult to talk over. And more keys. I want to hurry up and get out of here as quickly as possible because... Ah, what the... You absolute... Unbelievable. Unbelievable. That is just... Well, that's just really annoying. If I didn't hate the Nazis before. And this drone is getting a little bit annoying as well. I thought it was going to go somewhere. I thought we were going to get some music. My God. He had a fire rate of like 1,000,000 bullets a second. I've already been in there. Okay. Get it together. Right, well, end of level... What was that? 3? 4? I think it was level 4. I think there's 8 levels in this. Maybe 7. I can't remember. But at least we're underground now. We have not come up against an Ubersoldat yet. Well, maybe those are Ubersoldats. Oh, hello. Where are we now? Okay, I have absolutely no idea why this game keeps teleporting me to random places, but we're now in the middle of a war-torn city, and it's actually kind of cool. Got some trenches there. What the f... What just happened there? Oh, did I step on a minefield or something? So we were underground and now we are in... Ah... Shooting through walls. Oh, for God's sake. I didn't save either, did I?
One eternity later.
Okay, we're back. And this time I managed to play through that level again and not lose a life. So I've got 3 lives to play with now. Hopefully that helps. So let's try. I think FPSC just did its normal trick of taking some health off me just for spawning in. At least the AI actually did chase after me, so I mean... Okay, so I will need a key for that, wherever that leads. I wonder whether these soldiers that I'm actually fighting are the Ubersoldat. I've managed to lose a lot of health. I think I'm down to 55. Where? Ah! I wish they would stop spawning in behind me. That is really starting to annoy me. So why would a developer do that? Why would they choose to spawn a soldier in behind me? Well, it could be to provide some form of challenge, because obviously all the enemies that we approach sort of from the front tend to be pretty easily disposed of. So that could be a reason. Another reason could be for memory reasons. They couldn't have all the enemies on screen at once, so they thought if we kind of spawn them in behind the player, then they're not, like, you know, the player has to turn around to actually see them. It works if you're going to do a kind of a jump scare, but it only works once, I'd say. If you're developing a game, don't do that. Or, if you're going to do that, have some kind of audio cue that makes the player look round. Because otherwise they're just ambushed, and, okay, it's scary the first time it happens, it's frustrating the second time it happens, and then it's just outright infuriating when it happens more than like 3 times. Oh, I still don't have the key for this bit. I thought I picked up a key. There's so many different keys in these levels that I don't actually know where they all lead to. I'm deliberately running everywhere because it allows me to outrun some of these enemies that spawn in behind me. There it is again. See, now I'm starting to learn the tricks. It's always the same. Spawn an enemy in front, and then as soon as you turn your back... Oh my god, look how many there are! They really don't want me to fight back to this place, do they? Okay, no, right, so now logic dictates. I've just fought my way through these trenches. I've killed everyone coming up to this stage. There's no door on this side, so there's no way anyone could get into these trenches from behind me. But how much do you want to bet that there's at least one soldier on the way back that's going to spawn in behind me? Honestly. I kind of expected the Uber soldiers to be like super strong or something. That was their special ability, but it turns out it's actually that they are super sneaky. And they can literally teleport in from anywhere. Right, so now I'm getting a bit confused. So we've just picked up about the 5th key for this level, and I don't know which door it unlocks. I can't remember coming across a locked door. I felt like we had keys for every door we've come across. But maybe not. So I thought we did this one already. Yeah, we did. We went this way. Okay. We'll know we're going the right way because an enemy will spawn in behind us. Is this new? There you go. What did I say? What did I say? We are going the right way because an enemy spawned in behind us. Presumably he was in these lockers and came out. Yeah, the classic technique of putting a kind of like a table full of plans on a rickety ledge next to some stairs. I'm getting so sarcastic about this game. You can always tell when I'm starting to not enjoy FPSC games because I start getting really sarky. It's not terrible. It's just not a classic, sadly. And I was really hoping I'd finally have found an FPSC game set in World War II that was a classic. This one, yeah, sadly no. And what's really annoying is that way back in the day when I first started using FPSC, I downloaded somebody else's game, and this would have been like when it first came out, 2005, really early days of the software, and someone had done a World War II level, and I thought it was amazing. I've since gone back and I can't play that level anymore, it doesn't exist, but I've read the comment I left on it and I was like really like, oh yeah, I thought this is a great level. Everyone else hated it, but for some reason I really enjoyed it. Just the right age. Where's that? And again, behind me. I'm not sure why you chose to swim there for a second, but okay, sure, you do you. Wow, we are really like in the midst of war here. And again, with the spawning in behind. Oh my god. Honest. I looked up there because I figured I might actually see a plane. That's a little bit too much effort for this developer, unfortunately, to actually do stuff like that. Nope, it's just some generic war-torn buildings and the same fire decal 50 times and some triggered spawned enemies that come in behind you. Could really use some health. Anybody got a health pack? Is that a health pack? Knew it. It's the 1-2 punch. Make me engage an enemy at the front and then make me spin round. Oh yes, I will take a bazooka. I get the feeling I don't have a lot of health left. So great, I did. And mouse wheel seems to be not working. How do I... Actually, the num keys aren't working either. How do I change weapon? That was working. I was using that a second ago. Okay, everything else seems to be working. Movement keys. But picking up that bazooka has... Yeah. And you know what? I didn't save this level, did I? I'm a bit worried about saving it now. I mean, I've just lost a load of health. Oh, is that health? Yes, there we go. That's better. Okay, at least I'm back to 100 health now, so that's good. Or 99 health because I don't know, ran too quickly or something. Hit myself on the terrain. Okay, I'm not 100% sure where to go from here. Ah, what was that? Wow, oh, such a high jump. Okay, where am I going? I don't have to go over here, do I? Weirdly, it looks like there is a door over there, but I might be wrong. Oh no, I've run outside the map. Whoops. Okay, that's not the way to go. Gives us a good opportunity to look at the skybox, though. That's a cool skybox. Not seen that one before. I don't think that one came with FPSC. Maybe it was part of one of the World War II model packs and I just never got hold of it. I didn't own very many model packs for FPSC. Now I've completely stepped out of the war zone altogether. I'm going to try and find my way back in. It's all very well and good me jumping out of the level, but I actually need to find a way to get back in. I might have screwed myself over a little bit by doing that. Might mean I have to restart the level. Or I could just die and lose a life. Well, there's a whole section over here which I haven't explored, so this must be the way I have to go, but I just don't quite know how to get there. Whoa, okay. Oh, I wonder if I was supposed to use the bazooka that I now can't select because my number keys don't appear to work for whatever reason. I don't know why that is. Oh my god, did you see that? It just clipped straight through the fence. Whoa, 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 whoa. And as I said, I can't... I mean, without that bazooka, or anything... I mean, what happens if I die? What happens if I... Come on. Right, if I go back to the start. There we go. Right, okay, we're back. Right, let's see if this bazooka can come in handy. Oh, so strange. Where have I got to go? No. What? What is shooting me? Oh, maybe... Well, if I jump on the tank, maybe I could probably get it. Oh, that did actually take out... Yeah, I have no idea what happened. Okay, 1 life to go. It's not looking good. And for some reason I've spawned in on 97 health. Whoa. Can't even see because of the fog. This is going to have to be a level redo, I can tell. Whoa, 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 whoa. They must have a machine gun of some kind, but I can't even... see him now. Just. Oh, I could see him. Where has he gone? Did I kill him? Am I about to get murdered if I walk down this street? Oh, nice. Health pack. Where was that when I needed it? A couple of minutes ago. Okay, well... Great. I appear to have survived that, just. There is a med pack there. I'm just going to pay attention to that. Because I may need that. A lot of tanks here. Wow, and med packs. So actually... What? They couldn't resist just throwing in one last soldier at the end there just to shoot me as the level was ending. Just to take off a little bit of health just before we start whatever level this is, level 6 or 7. It was hard, that one. But not rewardingly hard. And now it's night time. Okay. Right, let's save. So, 1 life, 92 health. I think that's 92. And 1 bazooka round. Let's reload everything. I don't even know how many bullets I've got for the MP40, but... So remember back during the blurb it talked about us going down to some secret laboratory and finding out what the hell is going on here? I know we did go underground for a little bit, but how was any of what we just played kind of relevant to that? I was hoping for a little bit more of a story. Okay, we need a key. No surprises there. This part of the city is a lot quieter and less war-torn. Go away. Okay. Right, so we're in this weird courtyardy area. There's a locked door over there that we needed a key for, but what is this? Okay, we don't have the key for that door, so I guess we're going to have to... Where? Where's that coming from? Oh, he's out there. I think. I can hear him. see again, not a huge amount of decor here, just a few lockers, a couple of bunk beds. I don't think the premise of the game is that bad. Oh, hang on, I just heard... What is that? What the... I know exactly what that was. That was a grenade. Unbelievable. Oh my god, and the game has crashed.
Soon after.
Okay, so I've chosen to redo level 7 again from my save that I did, rather than go back to level 5 and play through the whole thing again with all those trenches and the city and all that rubbish. Wow, what's going on with the sky here? That's a odd skybox. It's kind of upside down. So yeah, I just can't face that. So it will be harder to do it this way. I'll only have one life to play with, but yeah, I just... At least I know where the enemies are going to be now, so hopefully I can be a bit more prepared. He's right there. So this was the bit where... Yeah, I wasn't actually able to get anywhere from here, was I? So I'm going to come back on myself and open up that other door. So I find it less annoying when I double back on myself and there's an enemy there waiting for me when it's a wide open space. What I don't like is when the enemy spawns in behind me and catches me completely off guard. So for instance, if I now had to go back out into this courtyard bit, which I probably will do, if there were more enemies there, that kind of makes sense. Because we're in a city, there's streets, they come from other directions. It doesn't make so much sense when you're in like a bunker or those trenches. Now, I know that there is a dude here with a grenade. Oh, I think there is. What is this? I thought there was a dude here with a grenade. I have a grenade myself. It did nothing. I can sort of move these a bit, but not really. What the... This is so bizarre. How am I supposed to clear this room? Oh, Jesus. No, not... Oh my god. Alright, let's see if... Actually, let's try the grenade again. Hang on. Which weapon was that? Oh, I don't have a grenade this time. How did I pick up a grenade before? Now I don't have one. Bugger. That was my only shell as well. The door closed before I was able to kind of get in there. Okay. Well, that blew it up. And it's enabled me to get some grenades. Someone's... Oh my god, what is that? You are kidding! What? Right, so let's try and do this level again. And not mess it up this time. I feel like we've got it quite efficient now. Honestly, we're a long way from Beyond Life now, aren't we? Incidentally, if you have any suggestions for World War II FPSC games that were made pre-2000 and I'm going to say 2012, 2013, do let me know. There must be some good ones out there. I'm trying to stick to slightly older games for the moment, at least, with FPSC Classics. I don't think I've gone any newer than about 2012, maybe? Possibly 2013. Okay, so I picked up a grenade. So theoretically, I should be able to drop a grenade in this room. Like here. And run. You know, I don't think that did anything. No, it didn't. Didn't do bloody anything. Okay, alright. Sniper rifle time? Ugh. These auto-closing doors are so annoying. It means I have to stand. Wait, where can I stand where this door doesn't? Right, well that doesn't give me much distance. I'm within the splash damage of the... Yeah, this is taking too long. I don't want to use the bazooka though, that's the only thing. See? Right. Okay, well that knocked me down to 49 health. Now I've got to deal with Grenade Guy, who will spawn in as I enter the room. Okay, well I managed to get away from him. Honestly, what a cheap trick. So he spawns in... that guy's meant to spawn in, literally like... as I enter the room. Well, there's some generals. But they can't open doors. Oh, wow, okay. That one just clipped through the door. Maybe I can get the other one to do that. Anybody else? There's one more. Okay, we've made it to this table, which has some plans on it. Nothing to do with the Uber soldiers, but that's okay. Got a bit of health now, which is good. Can't really tell how much because the HUD's not working correctly. How much do you want to bet that there's going to be soldiers back in this direction? So long as none of them are grenade guys. In fact, I may even save the game here because I don't want to have to redo the level from scratch again. Okay, so now I should be able to backtrack round to that little garden area and get into whatever that room is, which I think is some... I think it's a bunker, maybe. But I can't tell. Right. I mean, I've not actually been asked to destroy any hardware yet, so I don't really know. Okay, there's another level. Slightly concerned, but we're back underground again. Well, this looks familiar. Okay. Probably shouldn't have used that grenade then. Probably would have been better for me to save it, but anyway. Ouch. Okay, well, yeah, you can definitely tell there's some machinery on the other side of that door. And there's a very obvious sound zone for that machinery. Oh, okay. Never seen this asset before. Not sure if this is made by the community or... Ow! It's incredibly loud though. Oh, I'm all out. All out. All out. Yeah, so some of these enemies have too much health, if I'm honest. At least we've now got some health. How much you want to bet there's some dudes waiting for me down the bottom here? I lost 8 hit points just through going down some stairs. Oh, thank God that racket shut up. Okay, so now I'm going to have to go into the other noisy bit. Anybody else? This doesn't seem much like a lab. You spawned in literally behind me, despite the fact I had literally just gone up that little bit of gantry, but never mind. Yeah, I don't know what this place is. At least it's a bit quieter up here. Oh, no, I spoke too soon. I need a key. Wow, that was weird. That had a weird sort of shader on it. It's kind of semi-transparent. And I think one just popped in here. Got to keep my back to the wall so I can see as many of these enemies that like to spawn behind me as possible. We have our key. Oh my god, it's a locked door, so you're going to make me go all the way down to the bottom, pick up another key, come all the way back up to the top. Was that Fritz Braun? Oh, let me get in the bloody room. It's annoying because I have to take my hand off the mouse in order to press enter so that I can actually get into the room. Oh, peace. I'm going to save here because, yeah, I don't trust myself. Right. Based on how annoying this game has been so far. What? What, that's it? It ends in a dead end? Oh, for God's sake. What? Okay, well, and as you can see, closing the game has opened up Game Hit Zone, and it's going to tell me thank you for playing, but I'm going to shut that down. Right, so that was Operation Ubersoldat. What a strange game. Yeah, so, well, I mean, if you paid £7.95 for that on GamersGate, I think you got ripped off. I don't think that was a particularly good example of what FPSC is capable of. I found the level design was quite lazy. The gameplay was also pretty formulaic and boring. The enemy placement was like some of the most infuriating I've ever seen. On the plus side, at least it did have some decent World War II assets, and did, you know, it was kind of accurate to the time period. I didn't see any kind of glaring things that were sort of really out of place for you know, a game set in the 40s. Yeah, music, not great. At least they had a little bit of sound design going on, but I think they could have done a lot more, and it was very inconsistent and patchy. And story? What story? I'm not sure we got any story, really. I don't really feel like I understand what was going on. What was the mysterious material? What were these Uber soldier things? Did we actually fight them? Was that all we were fighting throughout the game? Because it didn't feel like the enemies got harder. It just felt like they, I don't know, they were just there. And I'm assuming the scientists at the end, one of those was probably Fritz Braun. Anyway, so yes. Well, I mean, I'm glad I played it as an example of a World War II game that was made in FPS Creator, but yeah, sadly, not what I would consider a FPS Creator Classic. That's about all I've got to say about Operation Wolfsburg or Operation Ubersoldat. If you'd like to play this game for yourself, I'm not really sure why, don't pay $7.95 for it on GamersGate. Go to the link in the description on Softonic and get the downloader. So yeah, thanks for watching, and next time I hope we'll play something that's a little less frustrating and perhaps slightly higher quality. But in all seriousness, if you do know of any FPSC games that are World War II themed, then please let me know, because I'm always happy to kind of yeah, see what people have been up to, and maybe they'll feature on this series. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, bye.